my channel. For those of you who didn't watch my first video, my name is Julie, and today I'm going to be sharing my testimony. So I was born in a Catholic family. My parents were raised Catholic, but that wasn't how my parents wanted to raise me and my siblings. So they switched to a Christian church. They switched to Harvest Christian Fellowship in Riverside, where the senior pastor is Greg Laurie. He's great. Growing up at this church was really amazing. I really enjoyed being a Christian when I was younger. I like the idea that I had someone watching over me. I like the idea that God loved me for who I was unconditionally. I thought it was great. I didn't really know much more about God or being a Christian. I just knew that, and I was hyped. When I was around 8 years old, that was when the 2008 economic crisis hit. My family was really hit hard by that. My parents started to struggle financially, and that was when I kind of realized that financials were something that I had to really take care of, and I had to be smart about managing my money. It was something that has really just kind of stuck with me my entire life. I feel like I can be really money conscious. I'm a spender, don't get me wrong, but I also like to be money conscious and make sure that I'm not spending more than I should be. Around like 7 or so, we kind of moved out of the house that I ended up back in because money was an issue. But around this time, so around 13 years old is when my family kind of stopped going to church. And in between this time, my dad was losing all his jobs. Money was a really big issue. I was sexually abused when I was younger. I was at the age where I didn't really know that it was wrong. I didn't know that I was supposed to say no. I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't share this with anyone until I was 20 years old, which is how old I am right now. It was something that kind of I kept secret my entire life. And this is something that happened to me. It's a part of my testimony. I'm not really going to go into much detail about what happened. Just know that this did happen to me, and this did have an impact on my views on God later in life. So again, at around age 13, my dad got good news that he was going to get a job in the state of Washington, which is where I'm currently living. That ended up falling through, and that was really hard on me. Finding out that my dad wasn't gonna be able to move us all to Washington was the turning point in my faith. It was when I kind of stopped and really thought if God was truly looking out for us. The night that I found out that we weren't moving, I cried myself to sleep. I was crying and yelling basically at God, saying, God, why aren't you looking out for my family? Why are you just pushing us to the side and not caring about us? Why don't you want us to be happy? And just blaming God for everything that was going on in my life. I blamed God for my abuse. I blamed God for everything that went wrong because I truly thought that He had just abandoned my family and didn't want anything to go right for us. So that was around the time where I rejected God from my life. Whenever someone would ask me, oh, what do you believe in? Of course, I always said I was a Christian, but it wasn't true because I didn't think that God cared about me or my family. I, of course, did think that I knew God was real. I've always known that, but I just didn't think that He was caring at all about my family. In the time that my family stopped going to church, looking back, I can notice that everything just went downhill from there. My parents had major issues that affected me. It made me angry. Their issues just messed with me mentally. I got into an emotionally abusive relationship that was really hard for me to recover from, but thankfully my sister was there for me and helped me through all of it. I started swearing a lot, and it's just bad things were just happening left and right, especially with my family. Not once did I think maybe I should pray about this because, again, I didn't think God cared. So I didn't pray about it. I didn't ask for His help because when I did before, He never answered me, or so I thought. During high school, I was homeschooled for 2 years, sophomore and junior year, because of bullying in middle school and freshman year of high school. Then my senior year, I went back, and I was not thinking about God at this time. I didn't care about what he had to say about my life. I didn't care. And then I met my best friend, and lo and behold, she's a Christian. And I was like, you know what, that's really awesome for you. You know, I'm a Christian too. You know, like, this is great. And she did what every Christian does, and she invited me to church. And I was really, like, hesitant at first. Eventually I did go to church. Things I noticed were getting better with my family, with me. I was being happy again. And this isn't to say I didn't have a happy childhood. Of course I was happy, but when it came to the bad things, they were bad because I didn't have anything to lean on. I didn't have any hope, basically. After I started going to church with my friend Carly, I went to college. I did not continue. My freshman and sophomore year, I was really into drinking, partying, smoking weed, all that stuff that I shouldn't have been involved in. I also met freshman year my guy best friend Benjamin, who is now my fiance. And when I met him, things kind of were perfect. We clicked right away. We got along super well. I'm not a social person, so that doesn't happen often. For example, when I met my friend Brad, I thought he didn't like me, so I didn't talk to him that much. It wasn't the case, it was just me being me, but then we clicked immediately and we developed this amazing friendship, and I told him everything, and turns out this guy is also a Christian. And he moved away to a different school sophomore year, so I didn't really get to hang out with him much. But he did surprise me for my 20th birthday, and he kissed me and asked me to be his girlfriend. And one of our main things was we need to get back into church. He wanted us to find a church so that way I can continue to build my life around Christ again. I can learn how to build a relationship with God, because I didn't know where to start, and he wanted to help me with that. So when he moved to Pullman, the first thing that we wanted to do was find a church, and we did. We got back into church, and it completely changed my life again. God is truly amazing in the way that he likes to change people's lives. I stopped with the substance abuse and really just started to dig my heels into church and focus on building that relationship with God that I really craved. It has truly been amazing. I have gotten baptized in the time that I went back to church. I've gotten engaged. I have developed friendships and built communities with people who are like-minded and who want to grow in Christ as well, and that has honestly been amazing. Surrounding myself with other Christians has really helped me in my walk with God, and has helped me deal with things when everything kind of looks like it's going bad. And being a Christian doesn't mean you have a perfect life, doesn't mean you're happy all the time. We go through hard stuff all the time, and God helps us through it. The community that God puts us in helps us through it. I have hope again, and that wasn't something that I had. I didn't allow myself to hope because I thought that God was against me, but it wasn't true. God is for me. He loves me. He's forgiven me. I am redeemed in Him. The time that I rejected Him was the worst time of my life, and now that I've accepted Him into my life, the amount of growth that I've had in little time following Christ truly has been miraculous. He truly does wonders and miracles in your life. I am going to end this video here. If you have any questions about anything that I shared, by all means shoot me a DM on Instagram, leave a comment. Like, I am more than happy to answer any of your questions. If you liked this video and you want to see more in the future, go ahead and like and subscribe down below. I am going to try to post every Friday. That's what my fiance wants me to do. that's what I'm going to try my best to do. Thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!